All right, should be live here from Tribune, Kansas here. From Tribune, Kansas, I think we're going to head due west here. We honestly might even get into a little bit of Colorado, but here we are live from Kansas, guys. My windshield is a little bit dirty. I might try to get out and... I can't find my Rain-X anywhere. I don't know where my Rain-X went, but I do have some wet wipes. I might try to wipe down the window a little bit here, and then I can run the wipers. But I don't know how much this is going to do. That's not going to do a ton, but hopefully I got a few of the bugs. Hopefully I got a couple of the bugs off. But that's not going to do a ton. I don't know. Can't find my Rain-X. Maybe I can find... I know Freddie and Garrett are just down the road there, so maybe I can find some from Freddie and Garrett. But there's our storm right there. We're actually going to be able to see this thing from about 1,000,000 miles away here. So West Kansas. I mean, you guys, if you've ever been there, it's very flat. Very flat. So eventually the storm will head down towards Syracuse, and we're going to have big swaths of hail today. Big swaths of hail. So I'm trying to figure out exactly... I think this storm at one point got close to producing a boundary type of tornado, and it still could. There's another updraft feeding into this sucker. So, I mean, right now we're probably still almost 18 miles from the base of this storm, but we can see it no problem. All right, I'm going to go a little bit west here. So here's the kicker today, okay? Here's the kicker. Storms are moving in storms are moving in an interesting direction. They're moving from north to south. Usually, you don't see storms moving due south. Usually, you'll see storms, okay, they move to the southeast or to the east or to the northeast. But usually not due south. That's pretty rare. And I'm also, my mount broke, okay? So, I don't know if you guys knew this, but... we saw that really crazy tornado in Watertown, South Dakota, and I couldn't go live because my mount on my stream broke. Or my mount for my streaming phone broke. So, I couldn't go live. I just had to focus on the video. If you guys have not seen my video of that tornado, go check it out. It's 20... I don't know how many... It's done well. It has over 20,000 views for sure. Hold on, give me a minute. We'll get a view of the storm. It's moving quick. So I'm not honestly in a hurry to get up onto this thing. It's moving fast. It's moving fast enough. I can just sit back here and probably relax. So if my camera's a little bit more shaky than usual, or it actually looks a little less shaky than it usually would be, but if it gets a little bit shaky, or looks a little bit weird, or I can't turn it as much as I normally would be able to, just know that I'm using a different mount. And honestly, I don't hate this one. I kind of like it. I think the only problem with this mount is I think it's a little bit more difficult to get my phone in and out of the mount, but I might just pull off up here and we can watch this thing. I don't want to get too far from the town and maybe lose some service here, but we can pull up here and watch it. The one problem is, let's see if hopefully my charging cord can reach here. That's not weird. That might be an issue. I didn't even think about that. I'll just break this mount off. So so I can get my charger on there. Sorry about that. But because I don't even need to use that part of it. Yeah, but we have a supercell right here. As far as tornadoes go right now, it's not a high chance for much in the way of tornadoes. You kind of need a lot of help. Your low level shear is going to be really, really weak. So your low level shear is going to be really weak. So we're not going to see a super robust tornado risk today out of this, but it's possible. I wouldn't rule it out. There's our storm right now. We're near Tribune, Kansas. For anybody who's asking or just tuning in, we're in Tribune, Kansas, so far west Kansas, not too far from the Colorado border. Right now, the structure on this storm honestly isn't anything too special, but I do think when this storm hits better moisture, and I'll show you guys, we're probably right on the edge of that better moisture. The second this storm hits good moisture, it'll probably go nuts. It's moving quick. This thing is moving quick. But I'm wondering if we could get a weird boundary tornado. There's good 3 Cape. So that's like 3 Cape is kind of like how much energy you have in the bottom 3 kilometers of the atmosphere. You have good 3 Cape and you have some vorticity to work with. So you have a lot of moisture, especially to the south of this thing. So if it can work down into that moisture, it's going to have a chance. What is that, rain? I hope that's rain. I hope that's not a tornado under there. I hope that's rain. I don't think it would be tornadoing right now, but I guess you never know. There's a weird thingy. I saw some like weird dust, but I think that's rain, not dust. I'm like, come on, no way. But let me show you guys what I'm talking about, that 3 Cape and that vorticity. So you see those red lines. Look at that 3 Cape. You got 100 3 Cape just to the south of this storm. So this little cell right here is our storm. Look, you have 100 3 Cape just to the south of this storm. And then all those blue lines are vorticity. So your vorticity bullseye is a little bit to the north, but you have good vorticity down here. So I'm wondering if something funky could happen. You just never know. It's really that hook is really reaching. Makes me think it's trying to reach to the boundary. I think I should go a little bit west and north, I think I should go just a little bit west and north. The only thing is I don't want to lose service, but I'm going to go just a little bit to the west, guys. And then I like how that hook is looking, and I honestly think it could do something silly tornado-wise. Like I've been saying, it could do something silly that you don't really expect. Actually, this phone mount is much less bumpy. I actually think my old mount was really good when I had used it for like 6 to 8, 9 months, but I think it started kind of degrading in quality, and it started getting a lot more like shaky and things like that. So I'm actually kind of, maybe it's a blessing in disguise that my mount broke and now I had to get a different one. I mean, they're not a lot of money. A nice one would be a lot of money, but I just got mine from Walmart for like 20 bucks. It's not bad. So, but we'll have to see if this storm cooks. I really like the way that arm is kind of reaching. I like how it's reaching out. we'll go just a little bit. I don't want to go too far west. So honestly, we probably will just go like another... I'd honestly rather view this storm from the east. It might be more photogenic, but if we're going to get a tornado, it'll be pretty far west. So... Wait, actually, did we have a paved road out of course? I have no idea. We'll have to take a dirt. We'll have to take a dirt road. We might have to be speed demons on the dirt roads today. We might not have a choice. We might just have to be really fast on those dirt roads. Oh, look at the way that storm is just reaching, though. I'll show you guys. I should have shown you guys the radar. I need to do that more. But that storm is reaching and it's moving to the southwest, and it's on some kind of boundary, I believe. So I wonder if it's gonna start to cook tornado-wise. I wonder if there's a chance. It would be it'd probably be like more of a hybrid tornado. So it'd be kind of not like entirely a land spout, but maybe just this road could get a little muddy, guys. We got a lot of rain in this area the other day, so if I lose service, I sincerely apologize here ahead of time. There's not a ton I can do if I lose service. I have my cell phone booster, and I mean, ooh, this is rough right here, this mud. It's not bad enough for me to get stuck, for sure. I mean, I'm not worried about that right now. It's making the windows a little bit more dirty, though. That's for certain. Ooh. Oh, good thing I have windshield wiper fluid. If I run out of that, I might be cooked. I don't want to run out of that. I think I was getting a little low, so. But I can visually see this storm is starting to look better. I can visually see it's looking a little better, so we'll see what this thing does. I think it's hitting that moisture. I think now it's finally hitting that moisture. The one problem about having the phone, the one issue I could see about having the phone on a different mount is now I wonder if my air conditioning won't be able to cool it down as well. That's something that we're gonna have to be careful of. My phone hopefully won't overheat. Okay, but this base is looking better. Here we got a base right in front of us here. Like I said, we're just to the north of Tribune, Kansas. It's a little town, maybe 1,000 people or something. I'd assume something of that along that realm. We just got to be really careful, because for now I can make it through this road, but if it really starts to pour rain, or we have to really go fast, well, that could become an issue. So we're going to want to stay out of the rain today. We're going to want to stay out of the rain, because these dirt roads will become a slip and slide pretty quickly. I still got solid service. If I go too far and lose service, then I will backtrack a little bit. I think this might be a good spot to sit for now. I wonder if this is a solid little spot. Is that rotating under there? It might be trying to rotate a little bit. It's hard to 100% know. I'm sorry about the streaks from all that mud on the window. It's hard to know 100%. I wonder if this thing is about to try to drop something. It does make me wonder. It'll be moving quick. If we get these... Yeah, that storm is definitely trying to rotate there. I think it's trying to produce a tornado. So we're going to want to get up onto it. That could produce a tornado any minute. It'll be a high-based, pretty tornado, but if it did do anything like that, Now, I don't know if it will or not. That's to be determined, but it has that look. It kind of has that look to it. If I had to assume, I should. Oh, this bird, man, he's moving. This is his territory right here. He's not going anywhere. But Freddie and Garrett are out here chasing the storm. Other than that, there's one other chaser dot, and I don't know who else is out here chasing this. So, I know Freddie's out here. I know Garrett's out here. I was with them, I guess, all day today. So we all drove up here together. We kind of had this target in mind, and then. But I like the way that's looking. It kind of looks like it's trying to develop a. It kind of looks like it's trying to develop a clear slot. Now I don't know if it's going to have enough. That's my question: is will this have enough? It has to pull in It has to pull in this boundary right here, I guess. So it has to pull that boundary in. If it can do that, I mean, why not? Anything can happen. The thermodynamics are very strong today, so if it could get that boundary pulled in, well, hey. All cards are on the table. So we're on the nice storm here north of Tribune, Kansas. We're on a nice storm here, guys. But go this way now. See if I can keep service. I want to keep service here. Have some service now. I think I might go another block to the my road might go to nothing over here actually. Ooh, okay, there's a river right here. Ooh, I don't have a road. Okay, my road just to the south goes over that river. I might head back a little bit to the south. Gotta make sure I don't totally lose my roads. I also gotta make sure I don't miss a good tornado as well. Let me take a picture of the storm. Actually, the storm structure in general is actually starting to get pretty good here. I wonder, dude, I'm telling you, it's trying to produce. It's been trying to produce a tornado. Now, will it or not? That's the big question here, but it's at least been attempting it. I could see it trying to. There's a clear slide over there, and it's trying to spin. The question is, will it have enough? But it's trying to spin there. So chat, let's see what we can get. At the very least, it looks like we're gonna have a structure show on our hands here. Looks like we're gonna have some good storm structure. There's not a lot of low level shear, so the low level wind. This river's going north, so I think we'll be okay. We got a lot of inflow. Winds starting to pick up into this thing. So this storm has dramatically strengthened in the last hour. This storm an hour ago, we were kind of all talking, "Ooh, turtle! Gotta miss a turtle." We were kind of talking, and we were like, "Okay, maybe this thing." Where's my road? Okay, up here. We're like, "Okay, maybe this thing will die or something." And now we're. storm. Got a big cornfield here blocking the view now. All right, guys. Chat. I know my connection ain't perfect, so I apologize. Oh boy, here's a lot of mud up here. Let's just hope we can make it through all this stuff. I think we should be able to. Through all this stuff. I think we should be able to. Oh, those are big divots, man. I knew the roads out here would be pretty muddy, so not too shocking. I think that we can make it through this mud, but it's like my issue is it's like I'm out here by myself, so like if I get stuck in the mud, like guys, I'm cooked, you know, like I'm actually cooked. So don't tell me this is all mud right here. No shot. This is all mud. Okay, this looks like dirt. It's actually just mud. This is all mud. Okay. Not good, guys. Back up a little bit. If we get out of this, I'm a lucky guy. Okay, so do not be deceived. There are lots of areas. I'm still driving on mud right now, but I think I'm gonna be okay. There's lots of areas out here that it looks like it's dry mud, and it's actually, or it looks like it's dry dirt, and it's actually just mud. So gotta be really careful. Now I can't even see now, and I'm just off the road a little bit. Okay. Oh, I'm out of. Oh, that's not good. Okay, it looks like I'm on dry. Now I'm on dirt. Okay, so that's good. All right. Well, that's not good. That's not a good sign that these are. I'm out of fluid. Okay, let me get my. I gotta clean off my window here. Let me get my. Okay, this is dry right here. Okay, so this is all dried. Wow, that was a big test for the car. I thought I was stuck. But good driving skill and a little bit of luck combined. We just gotta get it wet. I got water. Sorry about losing that view there. All right, so now we know. I almost made a big mistake there and got stuck. So I'm gonna have streaks on my windows. But it is what it is at this point. So I kid you not. I'm like, okay, I can get through here and I'll be out of the mud. I get through there and I'm like, wait a second. The mud isn't ending. Like I'm still in the mud. But we're gonna have to live with the streaks for a little bit here. Hey, that was a close call. We'll have to see if it's wrapping up on radar here, so we'll have to see if it actually ever fully we'll have to see if it fully ever wraps up. Or I got mud all over my clothes. Got mud on my pants, and I don't know how I got mud on my pants. We're gonna have to watch to see if this drops any kind of tornado here. I'm not sure. The internet's kind of iffy, but it's enough here to run the stream. Like I said, on this storm, the structure will probably be out to the east, but I almost prefer to be south. Yeah, we could certainly see a tornado. I wouldn't rule it out. I'll show you guys the radar. Look at this beast. Okay, you can see the radar here. Look at this. You can see your classic flying eagle. You got the 2 eagle wings. There's some massive hail in these, probably 2 to 3 inch hail, and then you have your hook. So it's all kind of starting to get a little bit more HP, which is it's okay. I mean, but look at the last few scans. Look at how LP it looked up here. Look, there's just not a lot of precipitation, and then watch it. Just see how it's like getting a little bit big. Look how fast this is moving through. This is only, let's see, I'm going to start the loop here. This is 4:45. So this is only 30 to 40 minutes, and look how fast it's moving. This storm is moving, 40, 50 miles an hour. I don't know. I don't know the exact speed, but that's what it feels like. Let's see, the severe warning says a storm is moving south at 25 miles an hour. This is moving faster, probably more like 40. Probably not like 50, but probably more like 40. But you can see it's really rotating in there. And now I got mud all over my front window, so the view is not going to be incredible. I'm very lucky that I got out of that mud. If I didn't get out of that mud, I would have had probably 2 to 3 inch hail start to threaten my my windows, and my windows are already cracked. If you can't tell here, I already have some cracked windows, so maybe I need to finish it off. But as of right now, this ain't producing a tornado, so I think that I should probably get out ahead of it and not get run over by it. So we're not going back that way no matter what, I guess. So let's just pray that there's not mud up here, because if there is, then we might be screwed. But at least we're out of the big hail core if we go a little bit further to the west. So these roads are pretty bad. This is kind of what I was anticipating, but maybe they're a little bit worse than I thought even. I've driven on some really bad roads before, so definitely worse than this one, but this is a pretty bad road here. If you could just tell by all the bumps and everything. We got big time wind. RFD coming around this thing. We're gonna have to at some point get south. We got big time wind now. Look at that. You can see the wind. You can see the dust is really blowing there. And we're driving in the mud right now. I can feel the tires just having some major troubles here. So it's kind of like mud there's most of it's dry, but there are spots that are still having issues here. So, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If I can't check chat while I'm focused on, this is some tough driving here with the dust and the mud and everything. If I can't check chat, I do apologize. We're gonna get some rain here, I think. Here we go. As long as no tornado forms on top of us, I think we'll be okay. But I'm gonna need to get some more water on that windshield, chat. At some point, I got to get this windshield cleared up for the stream. The visibility is just very poor. Maybe some of this rain should help us out here. Should help the wheels get a little bit problem is if you get too much rain, the roads are going to just get muddy again because they got a lot of rain last night. So we're getting RFD here. As long as we stay out of the big hail, I think we'll be okay. I'm not doing that. I've actually forgot my glasses, so I don't even have my safety glasses. There we go. There we go. Okay, now the windows are much better here. So this storm is becoming very much higher precipitation. It's leaning that direction. It's not a low precipitation supercell anymore. Kind of how it was when. That's usually how things go. They usually start off lower precipitation and then you really start to get high precipitation. All right, well now we're stuck in this rain. I don't know. Okay, we just gotta power through, guys, and when we find a good road, we gotta take it. Get south. Or maybe we gotta go all the way west and then dive south. I don't know what the strategy is gonna be exactly. But this storm came up so fast. This storm, there's no way this storm's moving 25 miles an hour. This thing's moving like 4 off here. Maybe I should have just stayed on the main highway by Tribune. Maybe I shouldn't have got so aggressive and just. I thought it looked like it had a chance at producing something, so I wanted to get on it. But maybe I shouldn't have been so aggressive. Maybe I should have just stayed on my south road. Okay, that road's flooded out. We're not passing here. We gotta hope that this road's good because that road we're not going. Oh my gosh, our wheels are already faltering here, so these roads are getting muddy now. We'll just have to we have a highway that goes east to west. The problem is if we take that highway, we're cooked. We're gonna get 3-inch hail. So I'd probably rather get stuck in the mud, or at least like get to the point where I just don't get stuck in the mud, but I just decide not to drive and just wait it out. I'd rather do that than get my windows blown out and everything like that. So but we can't take it real fast here because our tires are already a little bit slick. So we can't take this too fast. And I don't want to come down a hill and then all of a sudden it's just the road is just completely flooded out. So that's how you get stuck. So. We had a nice supercell for a little bit. For sure. And it's still a nice supercell, I'm sure. We just got to get back out in front of it some way, somehow. We got to hope that these roads are good to our south. Or else we're not getting out ahead of this sucker. We're getting westerlies, or we're getting northwesterlies right now. So we're on the northern end of this hook I go. Uh-oh, there's the hail. There's no way we get huge. Like I said, we shouldn't get super big hail. Okay, now these roads are gravel, so now we can get somewhere here, but they're probably going to turn back to dirt. But here we got gravel here. Oh, I thought this storm would look pretty photogenic here from this edge, but maybe we should just go into Tribune and just see what kind of hail is going to drop on Tribune in the next. Oh boy, I don't even know. Well, I think we just have to. I just think we have to dive south and we just got to hope that the roads are good. I mean, that's all we can do. Tornado warning. Okay. well, at least this mud is getting off the wheels a little bit here. Man, this storm got so rainy. It got supercharged with rain and everything. I wonder if there's actually a tornado on the ground or not. The radar indicated it right now. Oh boy. We may even be able to see it from this outer edge, but I don't know, guys. It's gonna be moving so quick. But this is a tornado warned supercell here that we're on. I think my alignment's all jacked up. I think my alignment is a little bit jacked up after those roads. I wonder if I have any better route here. Just not. Major tumbleweed. Major tumbleweed alert here on the storm. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to try a different path now. It's very tough here to find a road. Nothing out, guys. I just don't have a good road to keep up with the storm. That's just the simple truth. I just can't do it. It's just impossible. The thing is moving too quick, moving quicker than I thought, to be honest with you guys. All right, we're gonna get a view of it here. We're gonna get a view of the storm. It's in there. There could be a big tornado in there somewhere. No, I'm not 100% sure if there is or not, but this isn't going to be. It's going to be so rain. I mean, we just can't see. We just can't see it. We just can't see it. If there's a tornado in there, we just can't see it. It looks pretty ominous in there. Maybe I should have tried to take that other way around. I don't know. We'll just have these county dirt. Just county dirt roads here. There could be a tornado back in there. This road, it has to be paved. This road, it has to be paved. This road, it has to be paved. There's no way it's not. Goodness, it's moving so fast. We're about to cross into Colorado. Guys, we're getting back. We're trying to get into position on this storm here. We have to get out of position to eventually get back in to position. So that stinks, but I mean, I just don't see any other way we're going to get back into position. There's no other way. We have to go all the way out west, and then there's just no. The only other way we can get back into position is if we want to obliterate the car. But then it's like, okay, we go obliterate the car in 3-inch hail, and it's like our chase is over anyway. So, right, our chase is over at that point because we obliterated our windows. We can't see anything. Or they're broken. So I don't want to do that, obviously. So This is to me the safest way to do it, to where we can still catch the storm in like about 45 minutes, or even sooner than that. We're still going to have a view of the storm. It's not going to go out of view. We're not going to be on it, but we're still going to have a solid view of it. We're going to turn here, and I'm really hoping this is a paved road. I'm just hoping that it doesn't look like it. Well, wait, it might be paved. It's a paved road for now. It's a paved road for the time being, so we'll see if it stays that way or not. But there's your storm over there to the left. I'm sorry guys that I couldn't keep up with that tornado warned storm. Like we just got caught up in that storm so quickly, and to be honest, I probably underestimated a little bit how bad the roads would be. That was on me. I should have known a little bit better, but as long as this road stays paved, we'll be okay. Even if it goes to dirt, as long as it's not super bad dirt, we'll be okay. But we can probably go 65 on this road. Sorry about the bumps. I mean, it's just how it's going to be. But our storm, it would help if our storm would turn a little bit to the southwest. That would be helpful. This guy up here, but it's going to be bumpy. This road is not good. Apologies in advance. The service will be on and off, but it's just stuff that we have to deal with here. So I can actually see the tail cloud going into the storm on my side of things. But the one problem with this phone mount is I just can't get air on the phone. But I'll show you guys a picture of the storm. Actually, it looked cool for a minute. That was our storm for a minute there. That's what we kind of had. It looked pretty cool. So we're gonna have to work our way back on. We're just gonna have to work our way back onto it. This is the only way, because I had a route that took me right over the part that could have been producing a tornado. But just judging how those roads were when they were dry, when they weren't even being rained on, I'm like, yeah, it's probably not the smartest idea to go right into the mesocyclone on those kind of roads, because you never know. I could get stuck in mud and a tornado could drop right on top of me. I could get stuck in mud and just, now my chase is done. I could just get stuck in that 3-inch hail. I mean, you just don't know. So I just would rather take this route around. I think that's a fox or a coyote. I think it's probably a coyote that we just saw across the road. I don't think you would have been able to see it on the stream, but I just saw a coyote or coyote. I don't know. How do you guys pronounce it, chat? Do you pronounce it coyote or coyote? Here we go. Now I can actually look at chat. And I apologize about the service and then me just not being on the storm right now, but I can actually look at chat for now. But hey, what's up, guys? Hog soon? I don't know, Brandon. Not for me. I'm out of position now. Those roads were just too rough. They're just too rough. But you guys are pulling for me. What's up, everybody? How's it going, Brayton? What's up? Hey, Tornado Chaser Brandon Payne with the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it, bro. Me and Brandon have been good friends for at least a few years now. He's a great storm chaser. I know Brandon has a channel. I'm sure if you look up Storm Chaser Brandon Payne, his channel will come up. But go sub to Brandon. And Brandon, thank you for the $10 super chat. Brandon's been chasing with Connor Croft lately quite a bit, and I think he'll be out with Connor again this next week. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or in a few more days, but we got to get back onto this storm. And my goodness, this road is just this road is bumpy. But as long as I'm honestly surprised we have a paved road right here, but I'm not going to complain about it. So what we have to do is we got to get a little bit further south here, and then once we get a little further south, then we can start to get back into position out of this thing. But I mean, we just got out of position, and it just isn't worth this isn't worth this. This storm wasn't really worth either one, getting stuck in the mud, two, getting my car just absolutely obliterated. I guess my car is already obliterated, so I don't really care, but my windows getting absolutely obliterated. They're only slightly obliterated. I don't want them to get absolutely obliterated, but we did have a nice, I know we had a nice mesocyclone there on the stream, and then we just lost it. It got a little bit too rain wrapped, but we had a nice mesocyclone there. As far as I could tell, I never saw any tornado drop. That doesn't mean there couldn't have been a tornado down, but I never saw any tornado drop, at least. And Brayton, thank you for joining the Doppler gang. Let's go. Bill, what's up? Hurricane Heather, how's it going? I'm hoping for some hurricanes at some point to chase. Hopefully they don't do any damage, but I'd love to chase a hurricane. Love to chase a hurricane. Those are always a fun time. C Hammer, how's it going? Larry G Tyler, what is up? Grifter, let's go. I almost got stuck. You guys in the chat were saying don't chance it. I should have listened to you guys. And the second I saw that mud, I should have just turned around, got to the main road, and got out ahead of the storm. That's what I should have done. I should have turned around, got to the main road, and got out ahead of the storm. But your boy wanted to try to get close to a tornado, and I'm like, okay, this storm is trying to gear up. It's trying to produce a tornado. Let me try to get under the mesocyclone, and well, I should have taken into account that the storm is literally probably moving 45, 50 miles an hour, which it's tough out here. It's tough. When you have roads that are just completely mudded out, it's not easy. But no tornado on the ground, guys. I'm a little bit out of position right now, so I'm inside of the tornado, or near the tornado warning storm, but we're just out of position. So we got to get back into position. We will get back into position. If you guys, it'll probably be another half hour maybe, but so if you guys leave, make sure to come back, because at some point we'll have a much better view. In the meantime, we'll just chit chat, but you can kind of see the left side of that updraft. Look at that anvil. Look at that anvil cloud. But I'm about 10 miles away. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go due south. I'm about 10 miles to the west of it. So I'm going to go due south down to Hawley and then go east and get back out ahead of it. So that's my plan right there. So I'm going to go due south another, let's see how many more miles I got to go south. Only about 20 miles. So guys, I just got to get another 20 miles to the south, and then we can start to try to get back onto this thing. Does my road turn to mud? Better not. I can't tell if that's mud or if that's just a hallucination on the horizon. Sometimes when it gets hot like this, you get those hallucinations. So far, so good. It's a hallucination. Right? No. Hallucination's not the word. Sorry. I'm not stupid. I promise. I meant to say it's a mirage. There's a mirage on the horizon. That was making it look like there was a bunch of mud and water. Sorry. Not hallucination. No. A hallucination is something, I guess you could hallucinate and see water, maybe if you're super dehydrated, but you always see those movies where people are like lost in the desert and they're like, oh, look, water, and they start to run towards the water, and then they realize their mind is just playing tricks on them, or it's just the mirage from the sun and the heat. It is a bit surprising that they have a paved road. I'm actually very thankful. So I'm starting to be able to see some of the structure of this storm. So just give me 15, 16 minutes here until I can get to a turn, and then we could go east. But that's the plan. This storm might be moving so fast we might not even be able to get out ahead of it that way. But the biggest problem is this sucker is just moving so quick, and it's moving right over areas that got a lot of rain last night. You can see there's water to my right, That's not a pond, and that's not supposed to be there. That's just from the abundance of rain that has fallen in this area in the last I want to say the last 3 months, but especially the last day. They got a lot of rain last night, probably 2 or 3 inches. 2, 3, 4 inches, which 2, 3, 4 inches of rain out here, once you get into West Kansas, eastern Colorado, that's a lot of rain. That is a lot of rain. That's a lot of rain. So once you get this far west, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain really piles up quickly. Whereas obviously, you know, further east, it doesn't quite as much. Out here, you don't have as many rivers, lakes, vegetation, trees. You don't have as much to soak up the water. So it sits there. I mean, it sits there. I remember a couple years ago when West Texas flooded. I mean, that water sat there for weeks. It made like mini little lakes over like crop fields. It sat there for weeks and weeks. That water did. So it's the same way out here. There's, at least out here, you have a lot of crops and stuff. It's not like the desert, but you don't have a lot of trees. You don't have a lot of lakes, because, like, you know, I'm from Missouri, so in Missouri, whenever you get a lot of rain, well, there's a lot of trees and plants and stuff that soaks that all up, and then you have a lot of streams and rivers that carry that water into ponds and lakes, so that water has somewhere to go. Out here, it doesn't have many places to go, and if the ground is already waterlogged, it just sits there. So just sits there. I bet the structure on this thing is just insane. I really messed up with my roads, but it's okay. It happens. When you get a storm moving this... Okay, there's a tornado on the ground. Never mind. So there was a tornado on the ground. So we missed the tornado. Oh, gosh dang it. I wonder when that happened. It must have been recently, because I don't see one. We're about 9 miles away from the storm. We just botched the positioning. We were perfectly positioned on the storm, and then when we got out of position, it produced. So that's sometimes how it goes. But sometimes when you're not willing to totally destroy your windshield, you can't take the correct route to chase. But yeah, I can see how that produced a tornado. Well, I think if we would have took the road that we would have took, I think we would have got stuck. So even though we missed a tornado, I think we made a good decision to not do that. So I didn't feel like getting stuck. We got a little bit of a town up here. Is the tornado still on the ground, I wonder, or not? I wonder if the tornado's still on the ground. Anything. It's just a bunch of rain, honestly. Can't see a thing. Can't see a thing, guys. As far as tornado goes. Maybe we accidentally caught the tornado. I don't know. And we just didn't see it. Probably not. I think it happened a little bit after we got off the storm. We just should have been a little bit more patient. We should have been more patient. Now, this storm can certainly still produce another tornado. There's nothing telling me that it's just done. So it can do it again. But we're working on getting out ahead of this thing again. It really had a crazy look to it whenever we left the storm. not even backed out of the southeast. I wonder if when those winds. Well, I know Freddie saw the tornado. I wonder if Garrett saw the tornado. I think Connor was chasing too, but I think Connor was a little bit behind us. He's probably on the storm now, or he's at least just now getting up to the storm, maybe. But I wonder if Garrett saw it. I botched it. Some of it's. You could say it's a little bit out of my control with how bad those roads were, but I also should have had the. I guess I didn't really know how bad they were going to be, but I guess I should have probably figured after how much rain they got last night that those roads would just be impassable. But this thing, it's not done. I mean, it's not done. Like, we're going to get back onto this storm, and we're going to get back out ahead of it and see if it produces anything. I have no idea if it will or not. At the very least, we're going to have some crazy structure. Pretty confident there. So, but I think for now on, for the rest of the day, we're staying on those main highways. Like, we're not going to get off the main highway. So we're sticking onto the main highway, and actually we have a really good main highway to probably chase this thing for the next 2 hours at least. So guys, just bear with me here. At some point here, I get to turn onto better roads, and then we'll get back onto this sucker. I'm trying. I'm going as fast as I can on the roads that I've been given. So. I can see the structure of the storm is still a beast. I can see all the inflow feeding into it and everything. It was a pretty nice tornado that Freddie got on his stream. I'm glad somebody got it. We'll have to turn just a little bit more east here before we can get back to our main highway. We gotta go west a mile. Look at how clear. Look at this chase terrain. Could you imagine a big white tornado just coming out of the sky? So that'd be insane. So one of these days I'll get one out here. I haven't had much luck. I've had no luck. I've had no luck out here. I've had zero luck out here in this part of the country. I know good tornadoes do happen out here, but how often? So I got about 10 more miles before I get my east turn. I got 10 more miles to go here, and then I can get my east turn. I'm starting to get out ahead of this sucker again, but this storm is a monster. I mean, if it has observed 3-inch hail, I mean, this thing is a monster. So if it gets another tornado, if we get another tornado on this thing today, it would not shock me. Would not shock me at all. Curve up here, downhill, and we got a curve. Ooh, 35 mile an hour suggested speed limit. Wow, interesting. Well, the tornado that did touch down from this storm, like it wasn't anything that I'm gonna be like, oh man, that was such a great tornado. I mean, it was a pretty solid little tornado, but nothing insane. But I'm starting to be able to get a view of the storm again. Maybe it did drop an insane tornado and it was like back in the rain or something, and maybe no one ever saw that one. I don't know. But we're getting close here to Granada and Holly. places. You can see a lot of scud on the back side of the storm. And there's still, you see these clouds right here? I want to show you guys something. See this like line of clouds right here? All those clouds are like kind of feeding into this storm. So like that is helping supplement this big time beast of a supercell. Those clouds are helping supplement this storm, and honestly, without that cloud band feeding into this storm, it probably wouldn't have made it, but it did. So second tornado from the storm. Okay, south of Tribune has since lifted. Okay, interesting. So it looked like it wasn't fully condensed, but it was definitely a big pipe for sure. All right, guys, here we go. 7.5 miles, and then we get to turn back onto the storm. We're gonna have a good view of this storm in about 6 minutes, so don't go anywhere. I'm getting us back into position now. There's stuff all wrapped up back in that rain, so we might have to hunt a tornado out of the rain and the hail. It's no longer tornado warned, which I'm a little bit confused about. I know the storm doesn't look as good as it did 15-20 minutes ago, but I feel like you still got to keep it tornado warned. I mean, it still looks good, and it has a history now of producing 2 tornadoes at least. 2 tornadoes. So I feel like you gotta keep that storm probably tornado warned there. We're gonna be going through a small town called Holly, Colorado, and then we'll head towards Syracuse, Kansas. And whenever we get to Syracuse, Kansas, then we will be able to get on to our road that takes us south, and then we'll be able to stay ahead of the storm. The road from Holly to Syracuse will get us back onto the storm. But I think it was smart for us to take the detour, because I put myself into a bad position, so I had to get out of that bad position. I should have probably just sat south of Tribune, but it is what it is. Guys, we're working out ahead of this thing. 5 more miles until we get to Holly, and then we can turn. Probably an unincorporated community right here. What's up, guys? Where are we? It's like a green desert. We're near the Colorado-Kansas border, so we're just to the northwest of Syracuse, Kansas. And guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm getting back onto the storm here, so I'm working back onto the storm here. We're working back onto the storm. We're almost there. We got one more little stretch here, and then be able to turn east and get back out of the storm. But hi from southeast Kansas. Nice, Gretchen. Freddie McKinney stream. I saw that tornado. I saw the tornado. The road is worse than the ones here in Oklahoma. Yeah, I don't know about that. Your Oklahoma roads are pretty rough. I've been on my fair share, but yeah, this road isn't amazing, but it's paved. It's paved, and I'm able to go quick on this road. So that's really what matters. But it's very bumpy. It is very bumpy. You can see the anvil of the storm too. It's very bumpy. We're coming up here on Hawley, Colorado. Hawley, Colorado had a really wild tornado a couple of years ago. It's that chase day was one that I will forever regret my positioning. But the storm has still got a shot. I wonder if it's getting a little bit washed out, but oh, they just tornado warned it again. Yeah, there's a big tornado somewhere on this storm, guys. There's a big tornado somewhere on this storm, and there's just no way to see it. There's a tornado on this thing, and on the backside of it. We're just not gonna be. We just don't have a view of it. Yeah, there's a tornado on the ground. Okay, there's a tornado somewhere back in the rain. Somewhere back in that rain. I don't know if it's ever gonna pop out or not, but somewhere back in the rain, there's a tornado that's occluding now to the north. Yep. And once again, guys, I'm really glad I did not take those roads, because I would be stuck in the mud and my windows would be gone. So it was a good choice. There's a lot of 3-inch hail on that storm, so it's a very good choice to not. 3-inch hail is probably not quite softball size, but a little bit bigger than tennis ball, maybe. Speed limit goes down to 25 here. Here's our turn. All right, now we get to get back onto the storm. We're going to have to watch on the left side of the screen. I want you guys to watch on the left side of the screen if you see any kind of like tornado that could be down, because there's probably a strong tornado back in the rain. And simply, I don't know. There's probably a strong tornado back there in the rain. I don't know if we're ever going to get a view of it, but we can try. So there's our storm. Now we're headed back to get out in front of this storm here, and we're going to be on a little bit better of a road now. There's a tornado back in that rain. I almost guarantee. I wonder if we could see something like rope out the side of the storm or not. I have no idea. But I mean, this tornado would be 15 miles away from us, so we wouldn't have a good shot at it. But it looks like it's shedding off that old mesocyclone and it's trying to develop a new one, maybe. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. There's 100% a tornado on that storm. I guarantee it. Back in the rain. It's way back in the rain. I mean, nobody's seeing that, but or at least unless you're in it. It's back there in that rain. It's possible though. I could see it would be possible to see it maybe. But this storm, I mean, it certainly means business, so it certainly means business. I'm keeping my eyes out just in case, but that tornado would be moving stationary, and then you'd have tornado would be moving stationary. But your new mesocyclone is moving. It's probably shedding off the old mesocyclone, and it's creating a new mesocyclone probably right in front of us. So we got to hurry up and get onto this thing. Let's see how far we are from Syracuse. 17 minutes, so we can make it, I think, to Syracuse before this really. We'll be playing it close. We might get into the hail a little bit. We'll be playing a close game, so that's the thing. It's just gonna suck. Chasing this one's gonna be hard. is truly the road that you want to be on. Is just to the west of the actual road. Man, this thing is moving. It's just moving so quickly. It's just moving so quick. Now it's becoming more of like a massive just like hail and just rain here. It's tough. It's just tough. Now it's almost like the best way to chase it is almost on the west side. Just see. Is there another tornado south of Tribune? I'm so confused. Maybe that's the one that's got wrapped up in the rain there. I don't know. That must be the Colorado side right there. Kansas, and we got a destructive severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado warning here. Now that we're back into Kansas, you can see that inflow. See all those clouds, that feeder, those feeder clouds just feeding into the storm. We're coming into a town here. I don't know which town this one is. Here we go. Got a tornado warning. I can see the big mesocyclone back there. I don't know if it's still producing or not, but we gotta. I'm gonna start mapping now. Oh my gosh, we might be totally screwed on our roads. Like actually, we might be just. Yikes, there's a big river and there's not roads. No roads. Not good. I just don't have the roads, guys. I don't have the roads to keep up with this storm. If this storm was like literally 2 or 3 miles to the east, I think I would have a shot. If this storm would have been 2 to 3 miles to the east, I would have probably been able to see those tornadoes and would have had the roads to get there. But it just wasn't. I just didn't have the roads. I just don't have the roads. Not out here. Not with all the rain they've gotten in the last couple of days. So I can see that big old mesocyclone back there on the left. You can see that. Now, if is there a tornado back there or not? Still on the ground? I'm unsure, but we're gonna work on getting out in front of this storm as quick as we can, and just hope that we can beat the hail. Get out ahead of it. I don't know. There's a new mesocyclone now. It's getting going there. We just got to get a little bit closer to it. We'll have a better chance. There's 2 of them. There's 2 mesocyclones. There's one north of Medway, and there's another to the north of that. It looks like that initial one is weakening. There still could be a tornado on the ground, but it looks like there's a new mesocyclone that we can get out ahead of, maybe. Just we got some nice structure right there. We got some nice structure. I bet the best structure's out ahead of this thing, but we gotta hurry and get out ahead of it if we want to get out ahead of it. Medway, yeah, dude, there's a large tornado wrapped in the rain. Okay, so Connor got that large tornado wrapped in the rain. That tornado looked like it happened within the last 10 minutes, so there is a tornado on the ground. So this should be an observed tornado warning now. So I think that I can get down to Syracuse and get out ahead of this thing, but I'm not sure. Ooh, we're gonna be pushing it close with the hail and stuff. We might be cooked with that hail. These guys are smart. These guys are very smart. These guys are very smart not driving into that thing. There's definitely 3-inch hail in this storm. So you can see we're getting much closer now. Like I said, if this storm was just a little bit farther east or a little bit farther west, we would have a perfect road. But it was kind of, this storm just happened to kind of be in no man's land there. So hopefully none of those other chasers are getting obliterated by this hail. That would be no good. Man, it's really rain wrapped too. I wonder where that new mezzo's from. I can't tell. I see the old mezzo. Maybe that's still the mezzo. Like that old mezzo. I see the old mezzo. I wonder where this new one is trying to form. We have to go to Syracuse to get our road. Otherwise we just don't have one. We have to go into Syracuse. So we're gonna risk it. I think we're gonna risk it and see if we just hope we don't get big hail. I think we're gonna risk it and see. We gotta go quick. Yeah, it looks like that first tornado's done now. And there's a new, actually that new mesocyclone's forming right over my head right now. So we got to get out ahead of it. I'll show you guys actually. Let's see if I can. Gonna get big, guys. We have a river. I have a river to myself. I have no roads to get south over this river. At least I don't. All right, if we start seeing people come out with windshields that are just gone, maybe we'll be over there. Okay, it's possible. Yeah, there's a new mesocyclone developing on this storm here, and here comes the rain. We're about to get into it, guys. We're making a big. Oh gosh, that hail's coming. That hail's coming. Okay, it might be huge. Gosh dang it! We just don't have the roads. We might have to just. There's nothing we can do about it. Like this is just horrible. Like there's nothing we can do. We either have to take the hail right to the chin and just hope that we can get out ahead of it, or we just like there's not much we can do. 6 more miles to my turn. Gosh dang it! I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck. I either drive into the 2-3 inch hail core, or I can't chase. Like I don't know what to do. I'm not one to try to just bust my windshield open for storm that isn't even producing tornadoes right now, but it could certainly try it again. Oh gosh. Well, I don't even know what to do. Chat, I don't want to risk it and bust the whole windshield, but I don't have safety glasses either, so that's another thing. I can get there in the next 5 minutes. I might have been just a few minutes too late to get onto this. Let's see if these guys have broken windows or anything. I don't see anything. But they might have escaped it too, though, by a few minutes. You never know. There's not much cover out here either, so you're cooked if you get out in the open. This is risky right here. Getting into the storm. It's pretty risky. I think we can maybe do it. There's some gas stations we can try to hit for cover if we really have to, but those might be taken. You never know. Okay, there's a 3-inch hailstone right in front of me. Okay. I seriously might just have to abandon ship, guys. I don't feel like replacing the windows here today. I just saw one. It's spotty. These guys are. This is rough. This is rough. All right. That's gonna cook my windows. That will cook my windows. I'm not doing that. Guys, I'm not even in the DBs. I'm not even in like the 50 dBz, and there's already massive stones. I mean, it's just not worth it. Just not worth it. So we see, look, I'm not even in the DBZ. Not even in the DBZ, and we're getting massive stones. Actually, we got we could get a new tornado try to form right above us, but I'm not sure. Right now, it's not looking that way, but. We got big time wind. See, if we got that hail with this wind, it's gonna break my side windows too. It's just not worth it. Just not worth $800 in my opinion. We got some small hail, hopefully small hail right here. So it could get big. It could be big right here even. It won't be as big as it would be to our east, but it could still be big. This guy in front of me doesn't even have his lights on. See, this hail is like maybe an inch at most. There's probably some quarters in here, hopefully not bigger. Fingers crossed. To my east, it's gonna be legit tennis balls or bigger. Yeah, there's some inch hailstone, 1-inch hailstones on the road there, right next to me. Okay, there's some bigger ones I see on the road. Some ping pong. I saw a couple ping pongs, but mostly P to quarter. A couple of ping pongs in there though. There's Connor or Freddie or somebody. I don't know. I'm not doing it. I'm not blowing the windows out. So. Okay, and there's the. Okay, there's a lime. There's some limes in the road right here. So they got huge hail right here as well. If this hail was 2 inches, 2.5 inches, the other stuff has got to be huge. There's Garrett right there. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I just passed Garrett and Freddie, maybe Connor too. I'm not doing it. Just not doing it. Okay, they can do it. That's on them. I don't want to do it, so I got to go all the way back west now and then find a different route. Man, I'm so close to getting to that road. We can sit here and watch the storm too, but it's just moving so dang fast. I mean, there's just not much we can do. Not much we can do here. It's just moving so fast. We can turn around and watch it. I'm going to turn around and get you guys a view. The problem is this storm's moving so quick that if we want to take a road and get out around it, we got to. But see, for a good tornado, I'll bust my windows open. I don't know if that's what this storm is going to have or not. Right now, it's not looking like a tornado storm right now. You can see our storm right there. I mean, right now it's looking like a big hail producing supercell. So it's not really, doesn't really strike me right now as a tornado producer. Of course, you guys know that stuff changes pretty quick, but oh man, I don't know, chat. You know, I don't feel like spending $800 on a windshield just just for a hail producing supercell. I think as far as tornadoes go, I think it's done what it's gonna do. I don't, just looking at it right now, but you never know. It could always get back its strength. It just looks weird right now. Look at this storm. Look at how unorganized this storm is there by Syracuse. Look at that. But you go back. This is when it was producing the big tornadoes. I mean, look, this is what it looked like, just a classic supercell. And now, so then I produced another one, kind of as a classic supercell, and then now it's just kind of, it's a little bit outflow dominant. So I wonder if we got to get down towards Johnson or somewhere like that. I just don't see this producing a tornado right at this moment. So I think our best shot is doing that. You know, and I'm not messing with the tennis balls, the softballs. I'll do the lime-sized hail. I'll do the golf balls, but I'm not doing the I'm not doing the softballs. It's not doing it. I don't have the money to just be replacing my windshield either. So that's part of the reason as well. It's just expensive. It's expensive. Especially when you have the we got a nice little cloud in front of us. Especially when you have the sensors in your windows, it's just a lot of money. But by the way, Syracuse, Kansas Tribune got absolutely hammered by these storms. Hammered. So I'd be interested to go into Syracuse in about 20 minutes and see what the hail damage was like, or how much hail is on the ground. If this storm is starting to move a little bit more to the southwest, we'll be in a good position. It looks like it's just due south, so I got to go back to Holly and just get around it. I should have just gone all the way down to Johnson at that point. See, at that point, by the time I get back around, I don't know. I might just. The good thing is our road network's going to get better. Our road network out here, it's good until you hit the river, then it's just bad. But it'll get better at some point. Maybe I could try to get down to Mantor. That's probably pretty far, isn't it? Producer right now. It was 25 minutes ago. Right now it's just not doing that. So there's a massive MCS or cluster trying to get going north of Dodge City. You can see that. There you can see the dust. We got a big dust storm. Not a big dust storm, but a big dust cloud, I guess I'd say. It's not a storm. I really think so. I think I finally found it. Just the service. We just had great service. Now we're losing it. I understand. Even if this road is not paved, we'll still take it and just take the risk, but it's okay. Please be paved. Please be paved. We got some local storm spiders right there. Well, it at least starts paved, but we're also down, so you never know. Uh-oh. You gotta be kidding me. Road construction. Dude, why can't my phone stay straight? Here we go. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, they're redoing a bridge. I'm actually surprised there's a bridge here to begin with. I'm actually kind of surprised. Okay, even if we have gravel or dirt, we should have a much better road. We'll just have to be careful. If I get in the same situation again, I might not. It's just tough. Oh, here we go. Oh, there. Oh, wait. Pavement. There we go. We found the road. We actually found our road now. Chat, we did it. We found the road here. It's tough. It's tough to chase out here when the storms are moving 45 miles an hour in August. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better when they're moving 20 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, which is usually what they do out in West Kansas, but not today. We got traction back now. I think all that mud is off our tires. My alignment's messed up. I gotta go get that fixed maybe tomorrow or something. Oh, here we go. We're gonna have gravel. As long as it's gravel. As long as it's gravel and not dirt, I think we'll be all right. That dog was really trying to get me. As long as it's not dirt, we'll be okay. But guys, the stream is gonna suck. Just a fair warning. There's not much I can do. I can try to kind of stabilize it as the best I can, but I'll try to stabilize the camera as the best I can. But this time we're much closer to the storm now, so. But I'll try to stabilize it the best I can, but it's going to be a little bit shaky. Actually, I lied. It's going to be a lot shaky. At least we have service, so that's a little bit surprising. At least we have service here. But we might have seen a brief tornado earlier. I'm not sure. So we'll take it. You can go a decent speed here on this one. I'll take the non-muddy road here. At least for now. Fingers crossed. Our storm might be done with tornadoes. I have no idea. Right now it doesn't look like a tornado storm. It looks more like a hailer. Well, it's undergoing some splits. I want to see how it handles these splits here. But it's strengthening. It's still strengthening, though. It looks pretty strong there. Ooh, that bird almost just hit my window. There's a new cell going up near Johnson. I wonder if that is going to be a merger for us later on. And we also have some cells behind me that could become nudgers or mergers, but you can see these cells that are still feeding into it. You see that big tail cloud. See that big tail cloud on the west side feeding into the storm? That's always a good sign for a supercell. But right now it's leaning towards becoming more of a hailer rather than a tornado producing storm. But it can still put out some crazy structure, and you just never know. When you have this kind of moisture out here, we got 65, 67, 68 dew points. When you have this kind of moisture out here in the high plains, you just never know. You could get some tornadoes when maybe it wouldn't be the normal method to get tornadoes, but they can still happen. The tops are starting to collapse just a little bit. So this storm is going through some changes. I don't think it's done, but this storm is certainly going through some changes now. little bit outflow dominant after producing a couple of those tornadoes. It's got a big hail. Man, that hail is huge. That hail on that thing. I'm so curious to see if any chasers are just getting their windows just blown out, or maybe not. Trying to get an approach onto the storm here. It's cooking. It's moving. It's moved pretty quickly. The warning earlier said it was moving 25 miles an hour. I'm like, okay, that's definitely not true. That's definitely not true. It's probably moved at least. It's probably moving at least 40, 35, 40, 35 at the minimum. I'm trying to get it. The mesocyclone is due west of me. Actually, the mesocyclone is looking pretty crazy right now. So I wonder if we could get another tornado still, but I don't know what this guy's doing. He's chilling right here. Here we go. Now we're dirt, but we're good dirt. We're good dirt. We're not bad dirt, at least for the time being. We'll see. This is kind of dirt mixed with gravel, so it's a lot better. It's a lot better. Alright, we'll lose a little bit of our visual of the storm just because we're kind of matching its pace now, so we'll lose a little bit of our visual, but we'll get back onto it. Chad, promise. We'll get back onto this sucker. Losing our connection just a little bit here. Got some mud right there. Got a little bit of mud on the road, but nothing we can't deal with. Bit muddy, but not bad. So far, so good. Not like what we had earlier. It's bumpy though. That is bumpy. Ooh, we might have a closed road here. Yep. Oh no, we're good. Wait, no, yep, I think our road is overtaken. I think the chase is over, Chad. I think our chase is done. Or at least... I don't know what to do at this point. this point, guys. Oh my gosh. All right, all my roads are completely flooded, so I guess it was either go into the 3-inch hail and get obliterated, or go onto the flooded road and get drowned out. So I don't know what to do at this point. I don't have very many options. I guess I can try to find a way back. So I can try. We can try to find a route, but I'm just, with all these revers and stuff. I don't even know what the storm looks like. I'm going to try to figure out if this storm is even worth chasing or not. But man, I apologize to the stream, guys. It was not the best execution on my part. I had poor execution today. Took the wrong, I guess you never know, but I took the wrong road. I guess they've just been all flooded, so I should have probably figured that out beforehand. But I don't know I have no idea what the storm looks like. I'm just hoping that I didn't lose my chase today because I decided not to blast through the hail. I don't know. I think that hail would have been massive, and I just thought I didn't want to break my windows, but I don't know. Maybe the hail wasn't as big as I thought. Maybe it was. I don't know. I think it probably was. I'm gonna try to get back out ahead of it. I'm gonna try. There's not a ton I can do. I gotta find a road here, and I can try. There's not a lot of options. At some point I'll have another option. But man, that road would have been, if we could have actually taken that road, it would have been perfect. I mean, it really would have, but we couldn't take it, so it is what it is. We got another one up here. Hopefully these ones we have better luck with. But we'll see. This is not the first time I've ran into flooded roads this year. This is not the first time this has happened. It's happened to me multiple times. And I'm going to try to keep up with the storm. I'm going to try to not give up on this thing. The issue is it's moving so far. It's moving so fast to the south, and I can only move so fast on my own. I mean, I can only go so fast. But it still looks pretty good. I still think this thing could produce another tornado. There's just no way for me to get onto it. I just don't have the roads. It's been a rough chase. I'm not gonna lie. I've been stuck all day. If this thing produces and I miss another tornado because of my flooded roads, I might have a crash out. I seriously might have a crash out because I'm like, I tried, but it just didn't work because of the roads. So we're gonna work on getting back onto this thing, but it's gonna be tough. It's not easy. We might run into more flooded roads. We probably will. There's so much dust back here on this road. Well, so these roads are certainly not muddy. Look at these ones. Alright, let's do this, okay? Let's try to get back out of the storm. I'm gonna try my hardest, okay? And if it doesn't work for me, I tried. I'm gonna try my hardest to get back onto the storm, and if it doesn't quite work for me, I gave it my all. That's all I can do. I can't do anything else. All I can do is try, and sometimes I'm gonna be wrong. It looks like it's trying to go tornadic. Like I said, it was kind of not really tornadic there for a little bit. It's gonna try. It's trying to go tornadic again. It's giving it a shot. So we'll see. We'll see. see if we have any more big turns. Oh, here's some mud right here, but we're gonna be able to make it over this little creek. Looks like almost. Is that a creek? That's just water. That's piling up there. See, I'm just worried that I'm gonna drive. Like, my worry is I'm just gonna drive another mile and just get totally just cooked. Man, this is as flat as the terrain. This is as flat gets right here. We're probably back into Colorado at this point. There's something in the middle of that. You can tell these roads were really muddy last night. Look at the divots. They've dried out today, but you can tell they were muddy yesterday. These roads were not passable yesterday. They were certainly all mudded out. This thing is still dropping absolute ice bombs from the sky.
In 4 miles, turn right onto County Road South.
Four more miles on this road, and then we go on another county road. This storm is really trying. It's actually got like 2 areas of rotation now. It's really trying again to do something, but moving so dang quick. It has multiple messages on it now. I'm just a little bit too far. Like I said, if this storm was just a little bit to the west or to the east, it'd be so perfect. But it's just full of this road hole. It's just in a road hole. Yeah, at least this road goes completely straight. Well, we have a paved road soon, I guess, so that's good. We'll have to get out of position a little bit more on the storm, but at least we have something that's paved. I think it's paved. I hope it's paved. It better be paved. It is paved. It is. The scenery out here is nice. It's very green. Honestly, considering it's late in the summer like this, it is really green out here. And they've clearly they've gotten a lot of rain, if you guys couldn't tell by some of those road closures. They've clearly gotten a lot of rain out here recently. We've gotten a lot of rain. We're gonna try to catch back up. Oh, SOS. Nice, I got SOS here. I don't know how my stream is still connected. I have SOS on my other phone. Yeah, this mud and this road network today has just been horrible. It's ridiculous. I didn't realize it was this bad out here. I didn't realize the road network was this bad. Actually, the road network, I guess, isn't bad. They're just bad quality. So I guess maybe that's the same thing. But we got to go a little bit further west here, and then we can get to our good spot. Can't see great. I don't have any water left in the windshield. Let's see if I can do something about this. Let me splash my windows here quick, Chad. Let me just splash my windows here. That didn't do anything. That honestly didn't do much in the leg. Yeah, here we go. That didn't. There. Bro, what is that smell? It smells something weird. It's not a good smell either. That storm might produce another tornado, I'm not sure. It's looking like it could.
In 1 mile, turn left onto State Highway 89.
I've been smelling this weird smell a couple times today, and I don't know if it's something that's just out here in this area or if it's something from my engine which wouldn't obviously be. Obviously, that wouldn't be good. Ugh, you know. But
Turn left onto State Highway 89.
okay, here's our state highway to get back onto this. Get back onto this storm. So.
For 26 miles, continue straight.
This road will be a little bit bumpy, Chad. We can get back onto the storm, I believe it. I'm gonna try my best. I'm not going down without a fight, so I'll try my best to get back onto this thing. If I can't, I can't. I guess it's not the end of the world, but I should be able to get back on. I know I can get back onto the storm at some point. It's just the question is the storm going to be doing anything that's worth me getting back on it or not? Or not? We'll see. The chase tomorrow could be in this area as well. We could have a chase in this area tomorrow. It's just to be determined, I guess, at this point. Yeah, these roads are certainly unforgiving with all the bumps. But you can see our storm. There's our storm off there to the left. That's our storm. We've had the same view of the storm all day. I really apologize, but our roads have just not our roads just have not put us in a good position. And we also didn't put ourselves in the greatest position either. So that is certainly a part of it. I guess I'm not the only person who was out of position. It looks like I'm not the only chaser. So I think some other people had issues with the roads. But like I said, Chad, it was either your roads just absolutely killed ya with the mud, or you get your windows broken and blown out. And I decided I'd rather have bad roads than my windows blown out. This storm might be weakening. It might just be weakening, or it just might be getting a new mezzo together. I'm not really entirely sure which one it is. See the backside of the storm. You can actually see the backside of the storm there if my phone wasn't violently shaking. But I kind of have a hunch that this storm isn't dying. I don't know if it's dying. I can't tell if it's just dying or if it's just going through like a phase here. Yeah, this is why I didn't blast through that core. That's a big hail. This is why I didn't blast through that core. Because it's not like the 2-inch hail where it's like, oh, there's hail that's 2 inches and it's kind of skinny and long. It's like big ball. It's like balls. It's like ball shaped hail. I'm like, okay, that's the kind of hail that really does a number on your windows. It's the ball shaped hail. But this storm could be weakening. I don't know. I've tried here today to make this work. We'll see. 90-mile-an-hour winds in Dodge City? What? No shot. Yeah. Wow. That is crazy. 90-mile-an-hour winds coming into Dodge City. That storm. What the heck? That is insane. That is quite the storm. I would rather be in Dodge City on that storm right now. This one right here. 90 miles. That wasn't expected today, so that was not expected today at all. This storm could be losing itself here. I'm not sure. It kind of is a little bit, but remember, it was losing itself earlier, and then it just came back. It came back again, and now it hasn't come back and produced tornadoes again, but it kind of was on the comeback. Yeah, this storm is definitely losing a little bit of its power right now. But man, Dodge City, if you're in Dodge City, usually you shouldn't take cover for just a severe warning, but for this kind of severe warning, if I were in Dodge City, I'd probably take cover. I mean, 90-mile-an-hour wind is no joke. That could knock over a tree. That is getting to the point where if you got a gust around 90, 100 mile an hour, that you could get a window broken. I mean, you're getting some serious wind there. So what's up, guys? Oh, we got 500 viewers in here. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay, where is this, guys? We're not in Dodge City. I'm not in Dodge City. I'm near what is this? All right, chat. I'm near Johnson. I'm kind of between Johnson and Syracuse, but if you've been tuned into the stream, you've known that we've been running into flooded roads. So I've tried to get back onto this storm about 5 different times, and it's just flooded road after flooded road after flooded road. So it's just all these flooded roads. See out to my west, it's clear sunny. And then we almost got stuck in the mud. We've had flooded roads. I mean, and then some roads I just was like, okay, I'd rather not have to replace my windshield. So I didn't feel like doing that. If there's a good tornado on the ground, of course I would 100% sacrifice the windshield. But if there's not a good tornado that I'm on, usually it's not worth it to me. So that's kind of my rule. If I sacrifice the windshield, I gotta have a good tornado, or else it's just not worth it to me. So you can see the storm there in the distance to the west. You can see that storm to the west, and I don't have my location stuff. You guys knew my stream setup broke, but we're just gonna stay on this road for another about 17 miles, I think. We're trying to get back onto the storm. We got fast moving storms, and we have bad road network. So like I said, the storm is really kind of losing itself a little bit, but we'll see. It can always come back. And then, like I said, Dodge City. If you're in Dodge City, that's a pretty big deal there, that storm. You don't see storms like that too often, so if you're in Dodge City, make sure you're taking cover. If you're getting those big winds, they've probably already come through, or they're ongoing right now. I'll show you guys here. Here we go. There's Dodge City. Look at that radar scan coming in there. So Dodge City, you're getting that major PDS, severe thunderstorm warning. So that's a particularly dangerous situation there in Dodge City. And then here, I don't know if we ever got up to a PDS, severe thunderstorm, but we got close. I mean, we had 3-inch hail, so we definitely got close on these storms here. But I'm going to try to get back onto the storm, and we're going to see if it can do anything or not. I don't know. But hopefully no more flooded roads. Hopefully no more flooded roads on this thing. But I know my car is kind of in the way there, but you can see the base of the storm right there. There's a little bit of a glare too as well. But we're trying to get back into position, but this storm might be weakening quite a bit too as well. So might be on the weakening trend. We'll have to see, guys. If this storm just really weakens that much, I'll probably just call it a day. I've tried my best today, and for a little bit we were on a good storm, but the roads were all flooded out, and sometimes it's tough. Sometimes storm chasing's tough, and you get flooded roads, and you get 4-inch hail, and then you can't do much about it. But we got a nice storm right here. At the very least, I guess if this storm dies, it'll look pretty cool while it's dying. You can see some scud there in the distance on the backside of the storm. So we're south of Syracuse, probably north of Johnson, I think. South of Syracuse, north of Johnson, Kansas. We're not on that Dodge City storm. That Dodge City storm is not really a tornado producer. It's not gonna. You're not gonna have much risk for a tornado, but man, those winds are gonna be nasty. Those winds are gonna be pretty nasty. So, that is one of my only chances I've had here to actually check chat today. But what's up, everybody? How's it going, guys? What's up, SR Kansas? Todd, how's it going? Michael, Sarah, how's it going? Timothy, how's it going? Christian, what's up, man? Dude, what do you mean? I see some people were trash talking me for not going through the mud. I don't know. Look, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I almost got stuck one time. I floored it through some mud. The only reason I didn't get stuck is because I know how to drive in mud. That's why I didn't get stuck. I knew how to drive in mud and I didn't get stuck, but otherwise I probably would have. I've had my fair share of muddy roads before, but I got stuck before one time. I've gotten stuck driving one time, and that's because I was just being an idiot. So I try to play it as safe as possible here. Eventually, we'll get a better view of the storm, guys. I'm just going to go south another like 10, 12 miles, and then we'll get a much better view. As long as this thing isn't producing like an immediate tornado threat, I might just pull off on the side of the road somewhere and just angle the camera and over there. But I'm trying to get the camera as steady as possible, but these roads are just inevitably very bumpy. What's up, Lazard? You know what I was saying? I gotta get some moderators back on the stream. I don't know what happened. I used to have like at least 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 active moderators on these streams, but it's just been kind of dead for the moderators lately. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know where they've been, but some of you guys that I see in here a lot, I'm gonna definitely add as moderators at some point. Look at that nice crisp updraft. Look at that nice crisp updraft. 10 miles is where my turn is. But I might just, if this storm isn't looking like a big tornado producer, I might have to just. But I want to catch up to this thing. So. But these roads are just bumpy, so I know the camera's not going to be perfect. Welcome in, everybody. We had a really cool storm earlier, and I'm sure this storm still has some nice structure, but I'd love to be able to see it. We need to get back onto the storm first and foremost here. But sorry, my windshield cracks are in the way, so I already have a cracked window, so my window's already a little bit compromised. So that was part of the reason I didn't want to drive into the 3-inch hail, because I'm like, okay, my window's already compromised on the top left corner. It's like, okay, I get into 3-inch hail, all of a sudden it starts to cave in, and then if it's I don't think it was this big, but there's always a chance that it's so big that you just get like your window just shatters. And then I guess for the front window to shatter, it has to be some really like gargantuan stones, but your side windows can shatter, your sunroof can shatter. I actually don't have my sunroof covered. I did have it covered earlier in the year, but right now I don't have the sunroof covered, so I'm like, it's probably not worth the risk there. It's probably not worth the risk. But guys, let me drive another like 7 miles, and then I can get you guys a much better view of the storm. But we just got to make it another 7 miles here. Honestly, even before that we could, but I don't want to. But I'm actually in Colorado. I'm on the Colorado side of things, but we're gonna try to get. If this thing is gonna produce any kind of tornado in the next half hour, we're gonna be in a really good spot. So now, will it do that? I don't know. But if it does, we'll be there. That's all I do know. So you never give up. Earlier when I hit some of those bad roads, and I kind of wanted to give up on the day, but I was like, you know what? If there's one thing I've learned from storm chasing, you just never give up. You just never know. Storms like to do weird stuff, and sometimes effort is the best thing you can do to be a good chaser. Sometimes being a good chaser, you just got to have effort and patience. So if we somehow score something good today after all this, I'd be very pleased. But that's what effort does. But we may not, but at least we have a good storm to look at. So a tornado or not, we have a good storm to look at, guys. So chat, we do have a good storm. I'm going to be able to check chat for the next like 10 minutes or so, but once I really get onto the storm, I'll have to lock in a little bit. But looking good. Y'all pulled an all-nighter. I didn't pull an all-nighter. Where am I at? I'm kind of by Johnson, Kansas. But I'm actually on the Colorado side right now. But I'm close to Johnson. That's the town I'd be close to. But give me just a few more minutes, guys, and I'm going to be able to get us a much better view of this thing. And hopefully no more flooded roads. That's been a big issue for us today, is the flooded roads. That has been a huge problem. South. Oh, I actually got to go south right here on this dirt. It's a little risky, but we'll make it happen. All right, guys. Let's say a little prayer for no more no trucks in wet weather. So this road probably gets rough. Let's say a little prayer and hope that I don't go through any like raging creeks and stuff or anything again. Let's get this done. Let's get this done here. You can see I'll show you guys quick this supercell. There we are. We're trying to get out. We're just to the west. I'm that blue dot right there. We're just to the west of this thing. I'm trying to get a little bit more south onto my road. We got some corn right there. That corn isn't too tall right now. Looks like it's actually struggling a little bit. The corn that was growing in South Dakota was a lot more lush than this corn out here. I'm sure corn is much easier to grow up in the Dakotas, the eastern Dakotas, and then maybe eastern Kansas, Iowa, East Nebraska. When you get I'm sure when you get a little bit farther east, you get a little bit more precipitation, so crops have a better time. I guess some crops, I don't know. I'm not an expert on crops, but I'm sure there's some crops that maybe don't need too much. Maybe too much rain could be bad. So maybe there's some crops that are good for out here. In west, we're in Colorado actually. We're in Colorado right now. Okay, we have a dip right here, but no water over this dip. I'm actually kind of surprised. Well, there's a bridge. That's why. There's a bridge. That's why. But this area got about 2 to 3 inches of rain last night, maybe, give or take an inch, but somewhere between 2 or 3 inches. So they got hammered. And like I was saying earlier, that's a lot of rain for this area. There's not a lot of rivers, there's not a lot of lakes, there's not a lot of vegetation to kind of soak the water up. So when you get 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, it really floods bad. It really does. When you get that much rain, it really does flood pretty bad. This dirt road is half I think this one is half gravel, or my guess is that there used to be pavement. I think it's possible there used to be pavement under this road, and then they paved it over and made it into kind of gravel dirt, so it has a little bit better of a base. And that's my guess as to why this road isn't quite as bad with the mud. I think some of the roads that are just purely mud are the ones that you're going to have the most issues on. This road was probably at one point maybe a paved road, and then they just didn't need it to be paved anymore, or they didn't want to take care of it, or they didn't really need to take care of it because not very many people really drive on these roads, unless you're a storm chaser. Or if you're a storm chaser, you're driving on these roads. If you're obviously if you're a local or a farmer, you're definitely driving on these roads. But that's about it. There's not much. All right, guys, we're starting to get a view of this storm, and right now I'm going to be honest. You guys know how I am on this stream. I'm always realistic. I'm always honest. I don't try to overhype anything. But this storm doesn't really look like too much of a tornado producer right now, so we might not be to our main highway yet, actually, but we're getting there.
Turn left onto Route 38.
We might not be at the main highway yet, but we're getting there. At least now we'll have a view of the thing. But we're almost to the main highway. think our roads will get a little bit better. There's our storm. There we go. Now we finally got a view of this sun right here. But I like this view. You can see the whole updraft going up, the cauliflower looking cloud there. You got the corn on the left. This storm still has a lot of rotation on it. I mean, as far as tornadoes go, I mean, it's not going to probably happen, but it's a nice supercell and it's got a lot of rotation on it. So, you know, for August, I'll take a nice supercell. I'll take a nice supercell in August. But not bad. This road's been pretty good to us. If this road gets all muddy up here, you might see me crash out. Chat, if I get another road that's completely covered in mud, I might crash out. But we have good service out here. You know, if I have good service and a good view, that's about all I can ask for it out in this area. Good service and a good view. It'd be tough to not have a good view out here. I mean, there's nothing. This is completely flat. This is the perfect terrain to intercept supercells and tornadoes in. And if you do get tornadoes out here, it is extremely rare that they even hit anything or anyone. So this is kind of where I like to see tornadoes out here. They're easy to see. They don't hit anybody. It's chill. So road's pretty bumpy, I know. Yeah. Got a nice storm. I'll zoom out a little bit here. Look at that. There goes the internet. What's up, guys? How's it going, Michael? SPTM. How's it going, local? What's up, Mr. Meow? Yeah, Connor. I think I passed Connor, Freddie. I passed Connor, Freddie, and Garrett. And then I saw that they all had their windshields completely messed up. And I was like, well, maybe I made the correct call there. That wasn't a bad call. Like I said, I don't have the money to be... I could probably afford maybe 1 or 2 windshields a year, but I just don't have the money to be blowing my $800. I think it'd probably be like $800 because it has those sensors in there. I just don't want to be spending $800. I'd rather... See, here's my thing. I'd rather chase for the next 5 or 6 days and spend my money chasing rather than replacing my windshield from one chase. Now I have the money to be able to chase the whole next week instead of replacing my windows. That makes any sense there, but you got a lot of hail up here. Your hail's going to be up here. This side of the storm isn't going to have much on it. This structure's starting to get somewhat decent, actually. This storm has really made a transition from like a high precipitation monster to more of like an LP. And there's not a lot of rotation here. I wonder when my road is another mile. Oh, I might be getting close to the updraft here if I go another mile.
In 1 mile, turn right onto
Yeah.
57.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting close to the updraft. So hopefully we have the roads to navigate here over this. Whoa, we got a river. Not great. Wait a second. Okay, wait. We do have a road over the river. Fingers crossed that we actually are able to cross it. But if there's going to be a tornado, it would be right there. This is where it would be. But it's not really rotating that hard right now. But we'll have to watch it, guys. We'll have to certainly make sure it doesn't produce anything. But that's where it would be. My turn is up here in about a quarter mile up here at this next intersection. We got some dust. Got some dust to my left. So you obviously have some kind of outflow or something. Our road's getting a little bit bumpier here, but not bad. There's not a ton of chase. Here we go. Not bad. Now I just got to figure out. This storm is thankfully moving a lot slower. Now I got to figure out how I want to approach it, how I want to keep chasing. So the problem is I'm right on the Colorado-Kansas. We got nice structure right here. It's not bad at all. Got a nice hail producing storm right here. No, tornado isn't really an imminent threat right now, but it's really still producing good hail. Probably some right by the highway. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Wait, there it is. There's the connection. Okay, it's kind of in and out. It's kind of in and out. Gusty winds here. I'm gonna get out here and take a couple of pictures. This is a cool looking storm. Really gusty winds here. It's still trying to rotate. All right, we gotta get south. We gotta get a little bit south. We gotta stay with the storm here. Man, I'd love to just get a tornado out of this storm. That's never how it works. But usually, I'd love to get a tornado out of this thing. Right? Hail core just really spiked up there. All right, let me kind of look at my road options. Let me get a little bit south here, and then we'll look at the roads and decide here. We're still watching it. We're still watching this storm. It still looks pretty cool. You never know. Now I got to figure out what route are we doing here. We got a couple different options. Man, that hail core is starting to get close. We might want to take the route away from the hail. That's kind of been I've been talking about how I hate when hail hits me and stuff, and I'd be an idiot to go back into it. Yeah, our storm's moving to the southwest now, so we're gonna find a different route here. We're gonna take the Colorado side and just hope that we don't get just hope that we don't get it too bad. Just hope. Let's see. Hope that we can keep connection as well. We've had good connection on the stream. I'd love to keep that going here. So there's my road that takes me down. Now entering Mountain Time Zone. Okay, Mountain Time Zone. There we go. I've been going back and forth between Mountain and Central, and I think my phone is probably so confused at this point. Has no idea. Has no idea what I'm in or what to do. If this road is not good, we could get into a pickle if this storm keeps moving southwest like it is now. Sometimes storms, when they move southwest, they really pick up like tornado potential. That's how it kind of has been today. I don't know if that's going to continue or not, but I have no idea. But right now it doesn't look like one of those types of storms. At least for the time being, we'll give it a chance. Oh my goodness, this road is bumpy and we have bad service, so just bear with me, chat. Just bear with me, chat. Bear with me for just a few minutes here. striations up. I wonder if this has some good structure on it. Makes me curious. Does this thing have some nice structure on it? Hopefully this connection sticks. It doesn't really die. And it's already kind of dying, but we'll see. Oh boy, what a nice storm there we got. What a nice storm. Gorgeous storm right here. Hopefully we have some service to string this sucker. Oh, and there's the bad wind. I'm gonna try to put some more water on there and see if I can make it a little bit more easy to view. That might have made it worse. I'm not sure. Hopefully. It's rotating. It's rotating right now. It's rotating just a little bit, not anything crazy, but it's rotating like right there. Okay. This storm's moving to the southwest. It's coming. Starting to move like southwest. There's rotation right there. Right almost above me right now. I gotta get a little farther south before this hail course somehow just smacks me. I have service right here, guys, so it's a little bit tough to leave, but it's hard because you just don't know how it could go down the road and have great service. It could be nothing. It's hard to tell. Nice sunset there. Sun's probably got about an hour at least, and then even you get a little bit of sunlight even after it goes down. There was just some broader rotation. There still may be up there actually, but not. It keeps trying to rotate and then it'll kind of go away and then it'll try again and it'll go away, and then it's a never-ending cycle of, hey, I'm rotating, hey, I'm not. I'm organized. No, just kidding. I'm not organized anymore. So it's that kind of cycle here. But I'm gonna get just a little bit south, guys. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, that's a lot. What's up, Kevin? How's it going? Larry, what's up, man? If you guys sent me any super chats and I missed it, I sincerely apologize. Just make sure just send me a message and make sure I know. But sometimes it's hard to look while I'm doing the chasing. It gets tough. This storm's got a nice mesocyclone on it, but yeah, I don't know. We got a nice route that kind of takes us south here, so we'll be able to get out in front of it and see anything that goes down. But man, for a second there, I had a nice little area of rotation. I had a nice little kind of cinnamon bun, nice rotation. I'm like, wait a second, is this about to try something? And it didn't, but got some mud right here. We got to slow down just a little bit. Mostly dry mud, thank goodness. It hasn't been as bad. It was a little bit bad excuse my grammar. It was a little bit worse about 40, 50 miles to our north. But this is a cool looking storm. I want to get a little bit more out ahead of it. I think it could look even cooler out ahead of this thing. You can see the edge of it. Dude, my whole phone is gonna get cracked. This is bad. Dude, this is ridiculous. This thing will not hold it. Yeah, I gotta. You guys, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to see I'm gonna have to angle this different. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. I'm using a brand new mount. Let me try something out. that's going to be upside down now, isn't it? Okay. Well, I have no idea how to fix this then. I have no idea how to fix this. Because that would make it go upside down. That could be how to fix it, though. I wonder if that's what I have to do. I wonder. Let me see if I can flip this. And then let's flip this. This way. This. Gosh, that might just work. That might just be worse, though. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, we're going to try it out and see if it works any better. If this thing falls again, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm using a new mount. This isn't the mount that I want to use long term. I obviously have a better mount that broke. So if you guys didn't see, we intercepted that crazy tornado last week in South Dakota. There's a video of it on my channel. But we intercepted that crazy tornado in South Dakota. And right before the tornado, I'm about to go live, and my camera mount snaps. So the mount that holds my phone for my stream just snapped on me. So I had to get a different one for like just the near term, and then eventually I'm gonna get a better one. But this is not the mount that I'm used to using, so that's why the phone just keeps falling. At least it's not falling when we're on a tornado intercept. Or at least not yet. I don't know if we'll get any of that stuff today, but yeah, this storm is, the odds are it's done, but I'm gonna follow it just because you just never know. I've seen crazy things happen. You never know. The reality is you never know with storms like this. If this thing falls again, I might do a little crash out. Time being, the storm is just kind of struggling to get organized again. But it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look half bad. It's struggling with its low level rotation, and it's struggling to organize that low level rotation, but that mid level rotation is still doing really well there. So nice rainbow on our storm. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and, as long as we have service right here, I might go ahead and turn the car around. I'm gonna get up a little bit farther. We've actually had solid service today. Thank goodness for our cell phone booster, the cell service booster. A cell phone booster, that's not a thing. Cell service booster. And a nice little old-fashioned farm. I think half of these buildings are abandoned, but view of this storm here. Let me whip the CRV around here, then we'll see the storm. Hopefully no one comes down this road because I'm blocking it. If someone comes down, I'll move. But there's our storm. I mean, that's our storm right there. There's a little bit of rotation that's kind of been trying. It's been trying to rotate back in there a little bit, but it just has never been able to. Ever since it produced the one tornadoes earlier, it's just never been able to fully kind of get itself organized again. So, but it's been trying to kind of spin up a little bit. It's tried. It's made some attempts. About 10 minutes ago was probably the most solid attempt at any kind of tornado I've seen in a while. Where am I located, guys? I'm right on the Kansas-Colorado border. Elaine! Hey, Elaine, I haven't seen you in here for forever. Elaine, what's up? Elaine is back. But we're right on the Kansas-Colorado border, and near Richfield, Kansas, Johnson, Kansas, Elkhart, Kansas, Rolla. We're not too far from Springfield and Boise, Colorado. Campo. Springfield and Campo. But it's been trying to rotate. It's been trying to rotate back in there, but it's had some issues. It's not quite there right now, but we'll keep watching it. We'll keep chasing this thing until dark. you never know when this thing is going to re-strengthen, so it's moving southwest, which could be favorable. That's a favorable movement for some of these storms, is when these storms start to move to the southwest, they can get favorable pretty quickly. So we got an inflow tail right there. So that little tail is inflow. That's wind streaming into the storm, and that helps it rotate. You really probably need a better, you need more of an RFD cut. So you need more of a, you need really strong winds here on the backside of the storm to make it twist. That's what you really kind of need right now with this storm. That's what you need right now. You're not. So the radar, I'll show you guys the radar here. The hook is back here. So the hook echo is where you usually expect a tornado. It's back here by us, but there's not a ton going on back there. It seems like right here is where the rotation looks, but this radar is picking it up pretty high. Oh, you can see the reds and the greens. See those reds and those greens touching? That's where it's picking up this rotation, and it might be kind of rotating up into the cloud a little bit more. But I guess you can see it kind of wrapping back right there. So you can kind of see that hook echo wrapping back there. We're getting some rain now. We're about to get into this sucker. We gotta move. We gotta move. We gotta move. But just service will be a little iffy, but just it hasn't been bad today. So hopefully we stay all right. Hopefully we stay all right here. Make sure this road even continues here, and then which way do we want to go? Judging by the way our storm is going, I think I know which way I'd like to go. But this storm might actually start to cook again. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet, to be honest. Could just get down to this main highway. Which direction do we take? Okay, but we can go here for a little bit longer. Gosh, I got a crazy rainbow right now. Okay, hold on. We're about to turn west, but before we do that, we want to get a look at this. This is wild. This is maybe the most wild rainbow I've ever seen. No joke, guys. Let's just hope these roads hold up too when we go west. We gotta get ready to go when the hail starts coming, because it's gonna come. Insane view. Look at a supercell just cranking. We're starting to get the hail. I don't know. Guys, this supercell is getting going. This thing is trying to produce. This storm is cranking. It's gonna try, isn't it? Oh, look at that! Look at that motion right above us. Oh my gosh, it's gonna try, isn't it? All right, gotta get my road. Gotta get my road. Gotta get my road. I don't want to go too far west. I don't think we will. Oh, that sucker's trying to produce right here, isn't it? All right, guys, I have to get into position on this thing, but man, I'm watching to make sure it doesn't drop a tornado on us. Sorry about the glare on the sun. That's bad. That's even bad for me too. I can't see well as well. Oh my gosh, that's why we have such a vibrant rainbow, man. Dude, we could get a tornado out of this thing with this kind of structure getting going. Guys, I apologize about the glare. Can't control the sun. What a shot, man. We just got to go a little bit west here, but what a shot. That would be quite the tornado if it dropped. No hail yet. Having to be careful on these. This storm is starting to cook as far as rotation goes. I'm watching behind me. I don't see any tornadic stuff going on. I'm just let me get out into position again here. Get out into position again. We kind of have to do a weird little dance with this storm. It's weird. These roads aren't too hot either, so service bad. Hail could get us as well. All right, we're gonna go. All right, guys, another 3/4 of a mile, and then I'm going to turn out ahead of this thing again. Oh my gosh, the supercell is getting insane. This is gonna be an insane show. You want to stick around for this. Here we go. We're getting some water to get my windows cleared off. Oh gosh, no, not the mud, not the mud. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be able to make it through. The problem that we had earlier when we almost got stuck was much less the mud and more just oh no, window, no, can't see now. Oh gosh. I'm out of wiper fluid. I used it all. I'm out of wiper fluid. I might need some more. I'll worry about it in a few minutes, but okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. It's a pretty incredible storm here. I'm about to turn here. Get onto this sucker. I think this is the right. We're gonna take this road, but we're gonna have to go quick, or else we're gonna get hailed on pretty bad here. This road is muddy already. Okay, this might not be a great choice, but we'll find out in a minute. It's moving so fast. The storm's moving so fast, chat. I think we'll be okay. I really think we'll be okay here. So. Man, that rotation was cranking there for like 5 minutes. It really was. It's a little bit lighter now, but this is the leading edge right here, so you wouldn't get a tornado on this leading edge, but it would be back there in the rain just a little bit. Oh gosh, here we go. Do we want to risk it? Yes, I think we can. I think we'll be okay here. Just got to hit it with some speed. Gotta hit it with the speed here, and we got it. Alright, but anything much bigger than that, we might have to say, nah, we're good. But that was okay. That one wasn't so bad. Crazy storm right here. Make sure. phone to fall out again. Man, there's like, I don't know why, there's like rotation right in front of me, it almost looks like, but I really don't think like that would be the part of the storm that would try to do anything. But I guess you never know. I've seen crazier things happen. See, these roads are going to get wet again. They're going to get bad. Yeah, there's not. I don't think anything's going to happen right there. It'd have to be a little bit farther to the west, northwest there. Big old dude. Our tires are so muddy here. They're making a noise there. They're so muddy. It's gonna be tough to get a tornado out of this storm at this point, but you never know. So we'll keep on it. It was rotating there good for a second, a couple of times. If he keeps trying, it'll probably try again. So far, this road is pretty flat, so we haven't had too many issues on the mud. You get the issues when you get those hills, and then you get that water that obviously collects at the bottom of those hills. So if I can't check chat right now, and you're sending me something, I apologize. I'm focused on doing this here for the time being. This road is rough. This road is very rough. Oh my gosh, lots of mud. But we're getting out ahead of the storm. I think we'll be okay. Lots of big chunks of mud on the road, too. The hail on this thing has gotten a little bit less. It's gotten a little bit smaller. There's not as much. Alright. Am I going to go into a road hole? That's my question here. Eventually, am I going to get into... yes, I will. So eventually... Okay, so I might not be able to chase this storm too much longer, Chad. There's a road hole up here. There is a road hole. Eventually, I will hit it. That time is not right now, but I'll have to get a little bit further west onto this sucker. Man, if we had any kind of low-level jet like last night, this thing would have probably been producing. But there's not much of a low-level jet out here today. Ooh. Make sure that phone stays buckled in. If we had any kind of a low-level jet, we would be getting tornadoes out of this. But the low-level shear is not good today. It's just not great. So that deep layer shear is amazing. So. Well, we don't have a road over this. There's like a little canyon river. We have not a single road, and even if there was one, I don't know if that's a road that I would want to go for. But so eventually, here in about we get to go 2 more miles south, and then we're done. We can't chase it any longer. Like, there's no I can go around. Like, no, it's over. So we'll have to. We'll keep chasing it. As in, like, we'll stay on the storm, but we won't be able to follow it. We'll just have to sit behind it, or I bet this thing has some crazy mamatis or something on the backside of it. But I think we're going to try to get west of it here in about 2 miles. We can go west. We can go west in 2 miles and then get back in front of it, or get back to the side of it, get a good view. I guess I could find a way to get back onto the storm, but at this point, I don't know. I don't know if I should. Welcome in, everybody. How's it going? Elaine, if anyone asks where I'm at, just say, hey, he's on the Kansas-Colorado border, kind of down. He's by the Kansas-Colorado-Oklahoma border now. That's where I'm at. But earlier we were in kind of like west central Kansas, but these storms may guys, I'm gonna get a little bit west. We're gonna go a little bit farther west, but in like in a couple miles, I'm just gonna turn around and get a view of the storm again. So just bear with me for a few minutes while I get in better position on this sucker. But once we get west of this storm, we're just gonna watch it, and then it'll be done. We're gonna watch it until we can't see it any longer, and then this chase will be about done. We got a couple of storms behind. We got a couple of cars behind us, and I wonder if it's some other chasers. I wonder if there's some other chasers behind us. I'm not really 100% sure. Man, look at that sunset though, man. There's nothing that beats Colorado, Kansas, like the Great Plains, Oklahoma, same thing, Nebraska. There's nothing that beats the sunsets out here in the Great Plains. Even though it's probably extremely bright on your TV. It's actually probably brighter for me, I'm sure. But okay, let me make sure I keep connection. As long as I keep connection. If I lose connection, then I'll turn back and drive a little bit farther. But I think we should be to the point where if we get a little bit further west, we should be about safe from the hail, I think. I think at least. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. We got some nice mamadas on the front side of the storm, so that probably means the back side is some good mamadas too. Oh, that noise there is just terrible. All right. I think this is the spot. I think here we do a little reversal here and turn around. We're gonna have some. Oh, there's not a better spot. We're gonna have some power poles on the way, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Oh, there we go. There's our storm. Yes, and it's a little bit of a dying storm, but it looks pretty cool. So we can't chase a storm any longer. Well, it might not really matter because the storm might not be alive. It'll still be alive, but it's kind of on its way out. You guys can see that. It's kind of, look at how skinny it is. See how skinny the storm is? Like, look at how skinny it is. It's like not doing too hot. It is still rotating up in there, but it's not doing too hot. So it's getting there on its way out, but it's still spinning. Man, there's still motion up there. It just hasn't been to the point where it would do anything, but there's still some motion up there. The focus. Hold on. Let me fix this here. I can see it. I can see the rotation, but this thing is about done. But it was quite the treat. I mean, this was you can see. Look at this. You can see the rotation. You can see this cloud going this way. You can see that cloud going that way. It tried to drop a couple of times, but I'd say at this point, if it hasn't dropped, I don't know if it will. You still got a little bit of daylight left. Well, I don't want to say the storm's dying because it's still going strong on radar. Actually, it's on radar. It's looking stronger, but I just wonder if it's dying for its surface-based tornado potential. I missed the tornadoes today. I repositioned for about 30 minutes, and of course that's when they happened. But we had that crazy rainbow like 10 minutes ago. I couldn't stay on it too long. Where I was on that rainbow is now getting pounded by hail. Maybe we can go. I'm wondering, guys, if we should go back. Here's the problem. The problem is we can't really go back on the roads maybe that have the hail because look at that dust getting kicked up right there. We can't go back on the roads that have the hail because they might not even be passable. Like, we literally might not be able to even get through. So we just have to kind of watch this storm here kind of go off into the sunset. Sorry about all the stuff on the window. I'm out of wiper fluid, so that's on my list tomorrow morning to get more wiper fluid, and then so when we go on these muddy roads, we can just wipe the windows off. But you can see that dust. See that orange dust? Look at that orange dust under the base. That storm. Look at that. That's the rear flank downdraft. There goes our storm. Look at that. Just like that. It's like gone. Look at how fast it's moving. It's moving so quick. I don't know why it won't let me focus. It's moving so quick here. Good lightning. I was just like, man, imagine if that dust became a tornado. But what is it, 8:30 Central Time? Am I in Mountain Time? I guess if I'm in Colorado, I'm probably in Mountain. I know it's right on the border is where it kind of ends. I got to see what I think my buddies are still alive, but I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do for the rest of the evening. But I wonder if they're near me or not. I have no idea. Well, now we're getting some good wind. We're getting some dust blowing right here in front of us. We're getting some of that wind now. Let's see how big this hail is in this storm. Let's see what the warning says. 2-inch hail. I bet it's bigger than 2 inches. If I had to guess, I think it's probably bigger than the 2 inches that the warning says as they're labeling there. Dust storm. Dust storm. Dust storm here. Oh gosh. Dust storm. Look at that. Look at that, chat. Look at that dust. Man, that's a powerful storm to be kicking out dust like that. It's all behind me now. Man, it's a lot of dust. It's a good little whiff of dust there. I gotta figure this. Come on, focus. Focus. Buddy, come on. Maybe I have to get it back on me, and then we get it in focus there. Here we go. Now, focus. It's not. My camera is just bugged out. Now, when I go to the zoom, when I zoom in, it focuses just fine, but it's just having some trouble there. So, now I get to decide what I get to try to do for tomorrow. I don't really know. Maybe some of those guys were gonna go up somewhere and we'd split a room. Guys, this is the models for, these are the models tomorrow. There, folks. Look at these models. Hold on. I gotta show you guys this. Look at these supercells tomorrow. Look, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 supercells in the planes. That's insane. Oh, we got the focus. That's all I had to do was do some weird thing. It's like 5 supercells right there. You can see the big hail core in front of me. Guys, this sunset's kind of wild with that dust in the air. It's just like so orange. Just super orange. I love this. This is why I chase for views like this. Look at that sunset, man. The planes. I love the planes. You get that plane sunset. There's a car behind me on this road, but for the time being, I might pull in there. That might be our best view right there. There's our storm. There's our storm. So we're kind of behind the storm now. We got really big hail to my west. That sunset is just incredible. But there's not, like I said, I can't go anywhere. I'll show you guys my road network here and how long it would take me to get back onto this storm. It's not going to be easy. I could do it. Well, no, I mean, no, I can't get back onto the storm. I'm cooked there, so. Just not get, I'm not going to get back on. So I'm right here. See this little terrain feature? Ooh, what's that? So I'm right here. You see a lot of fields and stuff, but look at this little like river. You got some hills and rivers right here. So to get around that, I have to get down here. So I pinned it. It would take me 35 minutes just to get down to there. And look at where these storms are here. By the time I get, look where these storms are. By the time I get down there, these storms are gonna, like, this is the location I had, and the location I had in was right here. So the location I had in was about 14 miles away, but it's going to take me 35 minutes, and I got to go right through the 3-inch hail to try to get down there. And the storm's moving quick. So at this point, guys, chat, the stream is kind of cooked. So the chase is kind of cooked. Let me see if I can call some of my buddies and see what they're up to. I don't know. See if I can call Garrett.
Ben's calling me.
Whoa, what's up?
What's happening?
How's it going?
Several times I almost got wiped out by softballs.
Well, I had the option several times of choosing the softballs or trying some back roads, and I got stuck and had to turn around multiple times. So one time I almost got stuck in the mud. I mean, I barely made it out. Like, I was so close. So.
Freddie and I almost got stuck in the mud several times.
Dude, it's bad. It's bad. It was bad, dude.
Several times on the right before it dropped that tornado, we went south. We were on one of these roads, and it just.
No, dude. Well, so I was trying to get on a road, you know, to get ahead of that mesocyclone. I think the tornado was like forming over me, you know, and then it was just so muddy, I just couldn't do it, you know, and it was like completely blocked off. Like, I wasn't gonna make it. And then the tornado formed like 5-10 minutes after that, and it was wrapped up in the rain from my vantage point. So I go all the way around on the west side to get back around the storm, you know, and then I missed the next tornado by like 10 minutes because I just, my roads.
I think Freddie and I only saw one.
It just sucks, man. Like, my road, yeah.
It was fully implanted for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to be at the right angle to see it.
It's hard.
Freddie and I,
Yeah.
it was rain wrapped where we were. We thought it was barreling south toward us.
Yeah. I mean, the camera probably picked it up well, but I bet with your eye you didn't even pick it up hardly.
But I mean, we really couldn't see anything. It was completely rain wrapped.
Yeah, so basically, man, I just drove in circles because I think I ran into at least three. I ran into at least 3 roads that were just impassable. So then I have to turn all the way around, you know? And it's like, at that point, and then at some points I could have got back ahead of the storm, but it was like, okay, like, this storm isn't worth blowing my windshield out for. And this was after all the tornadoes happened and there wasn't another one at that point. So I kind of decided, I'm like, I don't think this is going to drop another big tornado. So I'm like, probably just not blow my window out today. You know, I was telling my stream, I'm like, I'd rather spend all that money that I'd spend fixing my windshield tomorrow. I'd rather spend that on my chase budget for like the next 10 days or whatever. Right. Instead of just...
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying though? Like, that's where I was at. So
I'm turning around and coming back toward you guys. I went all the way west to that road where we got to in this Colorado road here.
Garrett.
Yeah, I'm almost to this pave that goes south Elkhart, but yeah, so I think I managed to miss the softballs to the windshield, but yeah, that hail was huge. I got a 3-inch hailstone just sitting on my dash melting right now. Dude, I went out and grabbed about a 2.5-inch one that already was melted. And dude, there were more big ones in the field, but it was still hailing, so I couldn't go grab it. I just didn't want to, get obliterated by 4 to 4.5.
Garrett.
I really wanted to I saw a couple that were just certified softballs. It's a really nice sunset though. No, there was the first road that Freddie and I were on, it was a mess.
Chad, I'm trying to talk to Garrett.
I mean, it was a mess.
He won't talk back.
Freddie and I didn't get stuck. There's probably a 5-inch hailstone somewhere in those fields. I'm genuinely serious. We had to really punch it. Freddie almost did it. I just about did it too. I didn't keep my pedal in the metal the whole way through.
Thanks, man. There's not much.
I thought you died because all of a sudden the softball started coming down and she disappeared into the hail cord. I'm like, guys, I think Connor might have got it. If it rated baseballs, I'm like, oh shoot, baseballs. I'm like, oh shoot, baseballs. I'm like, oh my god, softballs. And I tried to call you. I was like, dude, we're gonna die. I got your phone calling. I figured what it was, but I couldn't hear you at all. I answered it. I'm punching back through the cell now.
Garrett,
Never even showed it to you.
how much longer are you guys chasing this thing?
I don't know.
I'm at the...
I don't know how long they plan on chasing.
I was on the west side of it. I was like on the west side of it on the Colorado side, you know? And I'm at the point where I don't have any roads to continue. So I'm just, my chase is over. Like, I just don't have roads. So I just kind of ended things.
That was the case. But the only way that you're going to go is to go east. And I'm punching through the backside of this right now.
Yeah, I'm not punching through it right now.
I let it pass because I'm not about...
No, I mean...
I'm sure there could be a rogue one or two in here, but I wasn't about ready to...
The sunset I have right now is insane. So.
Yeah, I'm not about ready to do that. I mean, if I wanted, I could have out there taking it, but...
So did you see the, Garrett, did you see the 0Z triple R?
No, I haven't.
Dude, so it has...
I didn't focus on driving. I hardly looked at my chat. I feel so bad. I've been too focused on driving.
Well, that's how I am. I haven't been able to look at my chat, so...
I'm worried about getting stopped or whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I'm just like...
Dude, I'm gonna... It prints 4 to 5 discrete supercells from, like, the southern Nebraska panhandle down through, like, Akron, down to, like, Campo tomorrow. So I'll send... But I was just wondering, you know, because I knew you guys. I was just gonna. I figured I could split a hotel or whatever with one of you guys, you know.
Right.
But I wasn't sure what you guys were doing or where you wanted to. I sent you a picture of that. I was thinking, I don't know, or maybe I was just gonna find a little cheap, or find something somewhere and just tell you guys I got something and someone can split it with me or wherever. But I'm assuming you guys would want to be like somewhere in West Kansas, because obviously.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I don't know where I'd want to go.
I don't think we all know where we want to go.
No, don't think so. Or even honestly, Eastern Colorado.
I think we'll keep going on this until the sun's down. Once the sun's down, it's hard to change the storm.
Yeah.
That's just a healer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the sun is. I mean, your sun's going down in about
It's almost down right now.
3 minutes.
I wouldn't expect everyone to be live.
Okay.
Past dark.
Actually, you know what? Like Lamar would be a good spot too. Cheyenne Wells, like something like that. I think. Because you know, I kind of want to get in the middle just so I can keep anywhere from Campo to the Nebraska Panhandle in play, right? So, man, I can see the inflow tail still cooking on this storm.
No, I know. It's really good. I'm sure it's really big hail. I just, I panicked when I saw that because I'm like, guys, I am not getting glass shards all over myself.
No, dude, like I don't. People in my chat would like be like, "Oh, dude, you're just scared, man." I'd be like, "Dude, like, I'm not trying to bust my like windows, and I don't even have glasses."
I mean, I'm not scared. I just don't know if I want. I'm just more worried about like my back windows now because I don't have. I mean, I guess I do have tin on them, so they won't shatter. But you know, like DL and I had a bunch of trouble with that.
Yeah.
With the last time, and I mean, I don't know. Everyone had, you know, then it required, you know, like someone to just give up on their chase, possibly.
Yeah.
To help you fix. I mean, then they would all be willing. Everyone would be willing to do so, but at that point, it just.
Garrett, what do you think about Lamar?
Lamar, that was too far south, though.
Huh? Lamar's too far south.
Lamar. You're pretty much with thinking Lamar. You're pretty much saying, okay, yeah, you're a lot closer toward the southern, toward like the Campo south.
Well,
to the Nebraska.
Well, the only thing for me is like, I don't want to drive up to I-70 tonight just to drive back down to south. Like, I'd rather drive if it makes sense. I don't know if this makes sense, but I'd rather drive just a little bit to the north tonight and then be able to make that drive tomorrow up farther north than like drive up north tonight and then be like, oh shoot, I gotta be in Campo. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That's how I think. Because you're putting extra miles if you do that. But oh wait, hey, Garrett, you know where Springfield is?
Yeah.
Dude, I found a motel in Springfield with 9.4 out of 10 rating for $60.
Oh, there you go. But then Springfield, you're pretty much like I was thinking, you're pretty much eliminating.
How far is Springfield from Lamar? Like an hour, probably. I don't think you're eliminating any target.
Springfield's not that far from Springfield's in southern Colorado.
Not even. Springfield's like 40 minutes from Lamar. I don't think you're eliminating those targets because Lamar to the southern Nebraska panhandles like literally like just over 3 hours. Like you can leave Lamar at noon and make it to Supercells up there easily. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you're eliminating anything. I don't know. That's just where my head's at, but I was just trying to see what you guys thought.
None of us are done.
Done the chasing
yet.
Okay.
So
well,
as soon as that comes, then we can all chat.
Well, I was gonna wonder, or I don't know. You might not even know, but do you think you'd want to stay more on the Colorado side or the Kansas side of stuff?
I don't know yet.
I think probably Colorado. I think you guys probably would want to do Colorado, but yeah, I don't know. Well, no, I was just checking in just to see. I figured. I guess I just watched the sun go down here. So, how's the storm? Is it still structured and stuff, or?
I don't even. I'm on the north side of it now. I'm behind it.
it lost a lot of its structure. But see, I got that weird canyon now, southeast of Campo.
I thought it was dying when it went, and all of a sudden
It was.
it pops another hail spike out.
Well, the surface-based nature of it is kind of dying, but like the hailer is still strong there. So, you know. How was your stream? You have a good stream today?
I'm still streaming.
Oh, but I mean, has it been like good? Like, you had a good stream?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty good.
No, I knew you were still live, but yeah. Dude, it's like crazy. The back.
I'll let you know what,
Okay.
what we're doing.
No.
Match 2 or 3 others.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, I will say, looking at this triple R, there's like 3 EHI pipes, one by Campo, one north of Lamar, kind of by like Cheyenne Wells, and then another one up by like the Colorado Nebraska border. So I think
Because tomorrow is what, Sunday, right?
Monday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Monday, so if we gotta be in North Dakota on Tuesday, we ain't chasing stuff in Colorado tomorrow.
No, you're not, unless you have another person with you.
So I probably will be leaning more up the northern of the two.
Looking at this HRRR run, I think I'd lean like east central Colorado. So like just this one HRRR run, I think I'd lean more towards like what is it? Just off this run, I'm thinking I can't even look at the town names. I can't get internet. Hold on. Like, do you know where? Let's see. No, Garrett just hung up. No, I think he just lost service. Well, chat, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't have much else to chase. I was going to split a room somewhere with one of my buddies, but I'm just trying to figure out if they're going to go on the Colorado side or the Kansas side. But I don't think they've thought that. I don't think they've thought that far yet. So I'm going to maybe start just driving north for tomorrow. You know what? Before I go, chat, let me show you guys tomorrow. Hold on. I already showed you guys kind of tomorrow, but look at this. Those reds, those oranges, reds. Oh crap. Those oranges, reds, that's good for severe weather. So, but see, there's Colorado. So East Colorado, far western Kansas, maybe even the Oklahoma Panhandle, and then up to maybe west of North Platte up here in Nebraska. Those areas are definitely going to be seeing some severe weather tomorrow. But let me go ahead and check chat. Let me check chat for a little bit longer. One more time here. Let me get my hotspot on so I can connect on this laptop. Let's see here. Let me check chat one more time before I end the stream. If you guys sent me anything and I didn't see it, I'm going to apologize here. All right, sorry, I apologize here. I just couldn't check it. I don't see a storm here, bro. There was earlier. You should have been in here. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, there was a storm earlier. There was a storm earlier that was really big there. So my computer's almost out of battery. I gotta hurry up here in the stream here. No, there was a storm. There was a pretty gnarly storm. I did turn the camera around so we could see the sunset though. But hey guys, thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for the support.